Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. This is Reverend Jorge. I'm from Creative Living Fellowship, and I'm very happy to you're all here on Monday's practice with Reverend Jorge. That's me. So I'm very, very happy to see some of you already connecting. I'm glad to hear from you in this moment. Welcome, everyone. So, as I said last week, this time is just 30 minutes where we are talking about our practice. A practice is to just go through the week, and they are beyond just or traditional practices, which is prayer or meditation or contemplation. So that's the point of this. So to share with you some of my personal practice, to explore some other practice that we can use during the day that help us to move forward, to go deeper into our lives. I just want to say hello, Amy, Flannery. It's good to see you, Sharon. Glad to see you, and Roy and Sherry. So last week with talk on get awareness of our lives. That is hi April. That is one of the basic practices of all. Let me go a little with religious science with here. Ernest Holmes, remember, used to explain that God is like it's a circle divided in 3 layers, which is the divine mind in the top, in the middle is the law, and in the bottom line is our body, is the world, is the universe, which is a reflection of God expressing through the law. And we have the same instruction in ourselves, and we are living from that experience. So why it's important to get into self-acknowledge, into self-awareness of ourselves, is because sometimes, or mostly of the time, as Ernest Holmes said, we have between the love expression and the universe expression, of our bodies, of our lives, we have created a system, a personal belief system, a personal that we share, which is actually sometimes in with the words Ernest Holmes is the race consciousness, which doesn't mean anything about our skin or where we come from. It's about of race as a human race. So it's all these beliefs. And in other places, you're in the Buddhism and in the Bhagavad Gita and in other non-dualistic philosophies or spiritual paths, they call it the ego, which is basically a system. It's imagine like your computer, you have a Mac system or you have a Microsoft system. It's a software, a system that allow you to function in the world. So, but we have beliefs like that. So that belief sometimes is what it produce a different manifestations and different experience in the world, because with the depends of the system, which is of social beliefs or cultural beliefs or individual experience, also create beliefs. And that's what we manifest and we see and we experience the world in different way. I've just a little example is when you are in a room with many people and you ask, how you feel, how is the temperature. Some people will say it's too hot, some people will say it's too cold, some will say it's okay, some will say it can be 1 more degree up or 1 more degree down. So all of us, we have a different experience of the same room at the same temperature, no matter what, because we are always interpreting, always perceiving the world, not as it is, but through our uh, personal belief system, like Ernest Holmes. And that's the way we also manifest, and that's where we also experience our life, through the beliefs. So, identifying that beliefs, identifying that personal belief systems, that culture, it takes time. And mostly of the practice, like meditation or prayer, are helpful, but doesn't go some deeper in that. It's part of our job to doing that. It's part of our awareness on going that. So that's why the reason I'm focusing right now in the self-awareness. Last week, I tried to give you an example to start getting into the exercise and the function, to look around and identify the beliefs through our mirrors. Our mirrors is all the people who love us, who are surround us, and who doesn't love us either too, or we don't love, or we don't, or push the buttons of we have some kind of special relationship. So they are here just to mirror us, to show us what are our beliefs. And that works for the people who love, the people who will work, or pets, but as well as life. So that's why the invitation was not just to look at them and judge them and do an argument and or trying to explain them, but it was more about just to be aware of that. What thoughts I have about this person, what ideas I have about this relationship, what about this job, what about this life experience. So that why always people cross in front of me in the freeway, things like that, simple things without judgment. Just that was the exercise. So we choose 3 people to experiencing them and to start aware of that. Now, this week is to continue that awareness. As a reverend, in last Sunday, in this yesterday, it's her story about the getting married, that she wants to a relationship, that she wants to find and she was having these ideas and goals, and she was focused on that, to change and to attract. But at the end, when she allows to expand and to move forward, that beliefs that she thought that that was the perfect match, the perfect relationship, she was able to found and to attract the relationship that she really wants and get married. That is the purpose of this. Of self-awareness is showing us and to learning who we are and what is our beliefs and what things that we need to work on. So as a practitioner on religious science, as a minister, sometimes I face people on prayer, and they come and say, "Oh, I just want to manifest a car. I just need to manifest $50,000 more. I just want this relationship to work." But in reality, there is beliefs behind of that don't allow you to get a car. I'm not saying that you don't get a car, this is wrong or things like that, but sometimes it's the issue. And that's part of the personal belief systems that we have that make us believe that something outside is going to make us feel better. A nice scientific person in quantum physics explained this issue is like the world is our mirror. We are reflecting everything, our beliefs, our ideas, our thoughts is being reflected and manifested in the world. But we always trying is to fix the reflection, not the person who is being reflected, the things that are being reflected. So it's like imagine that you have a mirror and you're trying to change something in the mirror and trying to clean it and trying to work on that, but you're still working in the self who is being reflected. And this is the self-awareness. So this week my invitation for you is to, in a loving way, not judgmental. Don't get it like, oh my God, look at what I'm thinking, look at what I'm seeing, look at who the person I am. No, just love yourself. Again, welcome that emotions, welcome that feelings, and feel and identified by your emotions, by your thoughts, by your recurrent thoughts on what you are painting, what is where you are reflecting in the mirror. So we are not going to set up goals right now. We are not going to find uh, to do a visualization point, because it's not the point yet. We're trying to discover is what is the personal belief systems that keep us where we are. And if we want to change, we and I tried that relationship what we heard yesterday on Sunday service is we need to expand our consciousness, to expand our beings. And by doing so, we need to identify that what Ernest Holmes painted as a small line in the wheel, in the circle, to to reduce it, to almost erase it. That's our goal. That's actually our every spiritual path. What it tries to use is to liberate us, to bring us into our true real self. But we only can see our true real self is when we really know ourselves. And growing ourselves is doing that. So the practice for this week is just to look at, to trying to see that recurrent thoughts. Many times we have these recurrent thoughts and we don't know that we have it. We go in there over and over, say, I'm poor, I have a fixed income, I cannot do this, I don't know what I'm going to do it. Oh my goodness, it's so impossible. This is so difficult. Life is so hard. Life is these things. And we go there, repeating, repeating, repeating. So what is the law say? Yes, you got it. Here is your reflection. So the the importance of this is just to to know ourselves, like I say. So the exercise is just be quiet. Take at least once per hour to know and to listen yourself, to see yourself. If you feel like, oh, I don't know how to start, I don't know what are my thoughts. So it is very easy. So look at you around. Your house is nice? Is clean? Are you living in the place that we like to live? Do your relationships are working with less drama? Your finances are organized? I'm not saying that it's full of money or zeros. Are organized? Do you really know where your money is, or where it's coming from, and where it's going? That is of the beliefs. So you start to see your beliefs more and more. And this is the invitation of the week. So I'm going to let you take 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Take that notebook that I requested last week and start writing. What are your thinkings? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking recurrent? What are you feeling all the time? You feeling tired? You feel anger? You feel sad? It's a way record. It's your emotions. It's like Abraham Hicks said, it's your emotion, it's your guidance. Not to accuse it. No, I this is not to punish yourself and start to like, oh God, why me? No, it's just looking at it, say, this is my old friends. This is the party that I want, but I'm going to get new friends. So, but you need to identify your friends. So this is the practice for this time. So take 6 minutes, and we will. Then, if you feel that you want to share something, we will share it, and then we will do some meditation. But it's a guided meditation to guide us into that sense of identified who are what we reflected, not the reflections. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you for your love. Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack. How we doing? How you feel? Share that with me. Something in the chat. Something to share. Find it difficult? Okay. We're good. Okay, Flattery. You are my stand to know where we continue. So it's okay. It's okay if you just were in one line, just handing in that idea. Don't worry. God going to guide you to find that because God wants your liberation. The will of God is basically one thing. He wants you to be happy. God wants us to be happy through us because God expressed through us. So God doesn't want dramas. God doesn't like reality TV. Not really. God wants to express all the fullness, all the goodwill, all the well-being, all the abundance, all the freedom that God is, all the power through our lives. So just relax. Let it all this week through the next Monday to just say, God, I'm here. What is mine to be? What are that thoughts? And it will show up. It will show up. And you will get more aware of that. Give yourself a space in the morning, at midday, and at night to review that. When you are taking a decision, look at your emotions, look at how you feel, and just take note of that. Again, no judgment. Here is nothing about to create an argument or to trying to explain what you're feeling and who has the right, who's right or who's wrong. No, just how you feel, what you're thinking, and identifying that mechanical and automatic thoughts that repeats over and over and over. So close your eyes, feel relaxed, take a deep breath here right now. Feel the love around you. Trust in God. Trust in God that He will guide you. God's guide us all the time. That God protect us and that God sustain us. And God's idea, highest idea, is always our happiness, our well-being, our highest expression. And knowing that, I just know here right now that we are one. And through this oneness, that we really are, that is a real self, God here right now is present as us, as every one of us, like the stars, like the sand. There is not one equals grain of sand to another. We are here to complete the universe, to experience it, the universe. Here right now we say yes to God. We take care of ourselves, living our life. Here right now I know that we are recognizing these limited thoughts, by being awareness of them, by recognizing them, by seeing this is our friend, this is our old friends, that it's time to say we have a good run, but we are moving out. We are going to change. We're going to expand. And we are going to welcome new friends. And I say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know we're going to have a great experience. We're going to get a great awareness and more clarity on what we are working. Because this is beyond. This is greater. Because our higher self, our truly self, is bigger than our bodies, is bigger than our issues, is bigger than our problems. And it's there where the solution exists, where the new paths exist, where the new opportunity exists. So we are getting ready to navigate in the adventures of ourselves. And with plenty of gratitude and trust that all this is truth and all this manifesting in our lives for everyone who is here right now listening, who may be listening later through playing the record. And for everyone right now that is thinking, maybe there is something else to do. It could be different. We just welcome it and we know the truth. Now I release this into the law, knowing that we are going to be guided, we're going to be sustained, and we're going to be loved. And so it is. Well, our time is done. I'm very happy to see you, all of them. Deborah, Flannery, Rhonda, April, Reverend Sherry, Sharon, Amy. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for sharing this time with us. I'm very, very happy. So work on that. Take your time. Look at yourself. This is the most important practice of all the spiritual practice, is to recognize ourselves so that we can recognize our higher self. Take a deep breath. And I will see you next week. Oh, I almost forgot. Please support Creator Living Fellowship through the donations, because Creator Living Fellowship is creating this space, the space of a midday meditation, Sunday service, the book study, all of that needs your support. So every money, every support that you can give us, it will be wonderful and well received, and it will expand in your life and in the life of others that we touch. So thank you for your support, and I will see you next week. Bye. Blessings to all.